bus.
Come on. What?
Hot sh- Check it out. Hit you with no delay into what you saying, yo. Silly with your ice, grilly with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty, yo. While up in the club like we while in the studio. You don't wanna violate, baby, really and truly, yo. My main thug, villain ain't Julio, he moody, yo. Type of brother that'll slap you with the tulio. Real shook, scared to death, act fruity, yo. X that, look at shorty, she a little cutie, yo. The way she shake it make me wanna get all in the booty, yo. Top mistress of the banging misses and videos. While I'm with my flick like we up in the...
Welcome to the downtown studios of Cranston, New Jersey. You're down here at the Commissioner's Cove. Alongside of me is my ace-ball crew, my partner in crime, the co-commissioner, 13th Legion, and I am the commissioner, Ricky Let Me Down, where we bring our information, our insight. But this week is a different segment. It's going to be of the recap of our league, Veterans of Fantasy Football Wars 2024. Welcome back for year number two. Number two, Cole. Number two. I'm excited. You're excited. The games have begun.
Yes.
The games have begun. We started this project last year. This is our baby. This is the flower that we're seeing. We're trying to raise.
This is the grapevine. We just hope that it doesn't get shredded up.
Oh, that's true. So do me a favor. You guys sit back, relax, drink your little cafecito, smoke your little cigar, sip your little bourbon or your whiskey while you're listening to two distinguished gentlemen talk about fantasy football, which we enjoy to do. All right, let's get this party started right. We're gonna go to the recap. Let's go to game number 1 of Veterans of Fantasy Football Wars. We're gonna start off with you, 13th Legion against Devil Dog.
That's the recap? Come on.
It's the recap. We're gonna start about the recap of week number 1. All right, week number 1 began
last week.
Yes, it did. It did. I apologize. 13th Legion.
Listen, we don't have to go over this.
We're going over it.
All right,
against Leathernecks.
So I'll basically just summarize. I sucked.
All right.
I had the lowest amount of points, 66 points. No one performed. Pat Mahomes only got me 15 points. Brees Hall only 16. Everyone else in single digits. There's nothing else to say.
Bringing the 13th Legion to 0-1, which is horrible. He's not used to not scoring at least 100 points. And can believe it or not, Leathernecks, he did pledge last year that he was going to draft much better. And let me tell you something, he did pretty good in the draft. Who led the way? Jaden Reed led a lot of people. I can't believe he started. He actually started Keenan Allen, and he actually sat Mr. Gary Wilson.
He did. And I was looking at that, and I'm like, is he the same Leathernecks or the new Leathernecks?
But it doesn't matter. Leathernecks scored 127 points, and he's already off to a hot start, 1-0 start, led by Mr. Jaden Reed, and he's got some pretty good running backs. And Rashid Shaheed, I don't think he's going to be expecting 16 points every game, but what are you going to do? You know, that's who he has. On the bench, Alexander Madison did well for him, and Mr. David Montgomery.
Mr. Consistent.
Yeah, he's consistent. He's a consistent. We don't like him if we have Jahmyr Gibbs, but, you know, what are you going to do? There's nothing.
Yeah.
All right.
Next game.
Devil Dog versus El Nino. This was good. You had the two owners at the Commissioner's Cove, talking smack to each other, watching the game together. And believe it or not, Mr. El Nino, the young man, the youngest of the owners in our league, did well. 1-0, 153, 118.
Yes, he had an explosion.
Yes, he did.
He Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, all over 25, over 20 points. And Cooper Kupp. When Nakua's injury is going to be a boon for him. Good for El Nino over there.
Yes, it is.
And on the bench,
J.K. Dobbins, and he was loving it. Every time J.K. Dobbins highlight came up, he started getting a little saucy. He felt a little fresh. You know what I mean?
He felt it.
He sure did. But Devil Dog, so far, Jameson Williams, 25 points on the bench. He wouldn't have started him in the first place, but we all know what type of owner Devil Dog is. Devil Dog is going to say to himself, you know what, he scored 25 points. I'm going to put him in the game. He's going to give him 4 points next week. Yeah, it's very inconsistent sometimes.
Yes. Jared Goff did not do well. Joe Mixon did good for him. Raheem Mostert,
it's no good there.
Already out with an injury. Other than that, he just didn't have enough firepower.
Nope. So propelling Devil Dog to 0-1, now needs 1-0. Nothing major news there. The champ, Son of L took it to Buff Fumble, 111-85. 111-85. Lamar Jackson, Mr. Consistent, Mr. Carry on my back, taking me to the championship game. The last time I talked to Son of L, the champ, he had Lamar Jackson sleeping on his couch. Lamar Jackson partied too hard. He was sleeping. He was like, hey, not too loud, commish. Lamar sleeping. Don't say too much. It's a little too loud. I was like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I whispered. Congratulations, champ.
Now, we all know that didn't happen.
It It happened.
I think it happened in Son of L's head as he was polishing his belt, and he slipped and fell.
And by the way, Son of L, the ring is in the mail. It should be arriving to your house very soon. Congratulations once again.
Well, let's go over the rest of his scores here. He did really good with Jerome Ford and Rasheed Rice, another guy who was second year. He's going to benefit from him, I think.
Sure is. And then we have Buffalo over here with Tua. Instead of 21 points, did well for him, but he lost Tua this week, and he might have to start who? Deshaun Watson this week. But I'm pretty sure he went to the waiver wire, picked up another quarterback.
Maybe.
So Alvin Kamara did well for Gus Edwards is another one that's going to be a question mark. We don't know who he's going to play. Gets 11 rushes. He's touchdown dependent. We'll see how he is. Zamir White, we don't know about that. Only 3 points, 13 rushes, 44 yards, 1 fumble, 2 receptions.
Yeah, I don't think he was happy with Gus or Zamir White's production.
He's not happy with Michael Pittman's receptions, though. No one is.
No one is.
And Sam Laporta, that's his man. That's his main man. That's his go-to guy with 4 receptions. We'll see how they utilize him in week number 2. And then the Cleveland Browns defense against Dallas. That was a tough one because Dallas is pretty good offense.
Yes.
But, Cleveland is always been known to have a pretty good defense and gives you a lot of points. All right. I think
it just didn't work out for Butt Fumble
It
this
didn't.
time.
It didn't at all. So, Butt Fumble 0-1 and the champ.
1-0?
1-0. It started off the year again. Oh, this one's wow. This one was the nail biter of the week right here.
Yes.
Nail biter of the week right here. Show me your TDs versus the family curse. All right, 2 former champs. Okay, going at it toe to toe. CJ Stroud, Saquon is there, like a good neighbor. Mr. Saquon is there. 34 points. Did well. Travis ATM again. We all know how he is. Kyron Williams, Devontae Adams, Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle takes a hit. And the Minnesota defense with 28 points against your bum who? Your bum Giants.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Giants didn't come through this past weekend. They looked like they were still in the preseason.
Mm-hmm. But that being said, Christian McCaffrey, he just started another running back, and even Patrick Taylor gave him 0 points. Even if you put Patrick Taylor in the game, would have given him 0 points, he still would have lost. So it didn't matter.
Well, no, you could have put. Well, listen, I don't think anyone would have started Jalen Warren necessarily because he was still unsure with his hammy. It was just an unfortunate circumstance. Yeah. He lost by 1 point, but I don't think anyone else, he could have put in there would have made a difference.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he wanted to put anyone else in there.
Oh, here goes my team. Ricky let me down versus Raider Nation. Raider Nation came to the draft talking. He was very saucy as well. He had about 35 first-round picks. You know what I mean? He had about 35 first-round picks, and he did well. Obviously, Josh Allen is him, which I can't stand, but it is what it is. Got to give credit where credit is due. Josh Allen is him. He did well. 33 points. Jonathan Taylor with 10. He's going to get more points than that. H.N. is a stud. It looks like he is a stud.
Yes, but 26 points from your kicker?
Hey, man, it happens.
Yeah,
and 26 points. It is what it is. I would have still lost anyway. Javonte Williams, I'm hoping there's brighter days ahead. He didn't do well, only 3 points. Kyler Murray with 14. Isaiah Pacheco, I'm expecting bigger things from Pacheco. And I'm expecting bigger things from Deontay Johnson. All right, can you show up? Calling Deontay Johnson. Can you give him a call?
I will. Right after the show, I promise I'll give him a call.
Jesus. CeeDee Lamb with 13, he came back. That's why you what? That's why you go to what?
That's why you go to training camp.
Exactly.
To catch these passes, to do well.
Yeah. And unfortunately, he didn't do that well. 13 points, I'll take it, but it is what it is. Christian Watson went down. He was targeted in the red zone twice. Okay, he would have had more points.
Missed a touchdown there. He could have had 2. Yeah.
All right, and on the bench, Mr. Jaden Daniels.
Yes.
27 points.
Will you start him this week?
I will. Jaden Daniels is getting the start this week, and I'm starting him for the rest of the year.
Until he gets hurt.
Just do me a favor. Learn how to slide, Jaden. Learn how to slide. I took an L. 0-1, and Raider Nation 1-0. But we all know how Raider Nation started off last year, 5-0, and then he took the slide, and he traded off all his assets in week number 6.
And then blamed the commission.
Yeah. But whatever. So the next team we have, the final 2 teams, is Crystal Blue versus Just My Luck. Crystal Blue took it to him by 10 points, 130 to 120. Again, he loves Brock Purdy, 10 points. Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah. He's got 2 Brocks on his team.
Yeah, he likes the Brocks.
Yeah.
And the other things, too, he likes. So, Ramondre Stevenson with 23. Bijan.
On paper, he's got a pretty impressive team.
It looks good because Chris Olave, his unrecognized air yards are going to come about. Trust me when I tell you that. I know that for a fact. It's going to propel me in my dynasty league.
Listen, Crystal Blue has always been, we did this.
Consistent.
Yes, very consistent, and he's always there. So.
Just hasn't been taken over the top.
No, it's just unfortunately he hasn't made it to that last little step. But, he's always a tough opponent.
He's a marathon runner.
Yeah.
He's a marathon runner, and then he turns into a sprinter at the end and just loses steam.
He pulls a hammy or something.
Yeah, he sure does. Baker Mayfield with 37 points on his bench.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the bonehead? No, he won anyway. Doesn't matter. Jordan Love. Oh man, just my luck. Took a L with Jordan Love. That hurts him a lot. Justin Herbert. Let me tell you something. Justin Herbert without his weapons, he's not Justin Herbert. Without those weapons, in my opinion.
If you're gonna have J.K. Dobbins running like he did, then Herbert's not gonna be in there in the top 12 by the end of the year.
That's right. Then he has Xavier Worthy. Xavier Worthy's gonna. I think he starts Xavier Worthy. James Cook did well for him.
If you told me that I had a team with Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase as my 2 wide receivers starting, I would have said this was going to be a blowout.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something. These guys are going to start coming about, and he's going to pick this one right here. Just my luck's going to pick up some steam. Trust me when I tell you that.
Yes.
100%. All right, that's what we have for the recap for week number 1.
It was a weird week, Kamish, but I'm sure that the most important thing is don't panic.
No.
Work that waiver wire.
And work the trades. Phones are always on, people. Phones are always on.
Yes.
12 o'clock midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. Shoot me a text.
Me a text. Yeah, you never sleep. You're always working.
I'm always awake.
Yes.
I'm always on the ticker.
Like the commissioner should be.
Always.
So, but listen, just don't panic, and we'll get through this.
100%. 100%. So again, we talked about the nail biter of the week, which came down to Show Me Your Tees and Family Curse.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. We'll talk about the You Got segments coming up.
And we'll get to that.
We'll get to that, but we want to go through week number 1 because we're getting this podcast out a little later than usual.
Yeah, we didn't have time to do this first week, but you know what? That's why this one's going to be a little bit rushed, but we'll have more content.
Continuity. A little continuity.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a big word right
All
there.
right, so we're going to get our picks for this week?
Yes, we are. So we're going to go to picks number 1. We're going to go to... All right, so I leave you last, you and I last, okay?
Yes, let's do
so
that.
let's go to Leathernecks versus Buff Fumble.
Yes.
Okay. Who do you have in this game right here, Cole?
Listen, Buff Fumble didn't start off. We already had one game this week. And
3
that was
points from Tua.
The game from last night, 3 points from Tua didn't help Buff Fumble at all.
Leathernecks going 2-0?
I think Leathernecks is going 2-0.
I'm going Leathernecks 2-0.
Yeah. So let's see. We're both. This doesn't happen often.
Nah, but it happened.
Sorry, Buff Fumble.
What's up, Buff Fumble?
I just the Zach Moss, Zamir White. They just don't have good matchups this week. I don't think they're going to produce too much.
Let's talk about Son of El and El Nino, the champ versus El Nino. Ooh,
Yeah.
El Nino took a hit.
This is already a heavyweight battle.
Well, let me tell you something. Tyreek Hill and the kicker kind of like offset themselves. Tyreek with 6 points, but let me tell you, when you count on your stud to give you obviously a lot of points and you only get 6, you're already behind the 8 ball, like we talked about.
Yes. A big question mark for Son of El, which Derrick Henry is going to show up. I like his other running backs. He's starting 3 running backs, which is usually not something that we see. Is Deshaun Watson going to get Amari Cooper the ball? We'll see. Rashee Rice looks consistent. 49ers playing against Minnesota should be a good game. Good defense from San Fran. On the other side of the ball, El Nino. And he's starting Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. He was a little shaky in week 1. He's starting Jake Ferguson, who may not even play. He might have to change that out. I like his 2 running backs, Connor and Dobbins. Stephon Diggs looks and Cooper Kupp looks like they could be consistent.
Yeah, those ones are going to carry him.
It's going to be close. I'm going to have to go, but just by virtue of his wide receivers, I'm going with El Nino.
I'm going Son of El. I got you, champ. I got you winning, champ. Don't worry about it.
We'll see next week.
Raider Nations versus Crystal Blue. Wow. Yeah. Again, these 2 guys are always battling every year. These 2 were the heavyweights last year, and already 1-0. Obviously, someone's going to lose here. So already, Raider Nations already with Josh Allen 11 and Devon Achane. There he goes to 28 points. And Keon Coleman.
Coleman disappeared with a big
0
donut.
point. That might hurt him.
That might come back to
that
bite
might
him.
hurt him. Let me see who could have started down in the bottom here. Brian Thomas Jr. I'm surprised. And the Buffalo's defense.
Well, I can see why he chose Keon Coleman. He wanted to stack the points with Josh Allen.
All right.
It just didn't work out this week.
That's fine. And then on Crystal Blue Star, again, Brock Purdy, Ramondre Stevenson, B. John Robinson, Mike Evans, Chris Olave, Zay Flowers, Brock Bowers. I'm going Crystal Blue here.
You have to. Just by his defense alone. They're playing against Carolina. The Chargers playing Carolina and in Carolina, but their offense looked horrible. So I'm going with Crystal Blue.
So am I. I got you, Crystal Blue. Don't worry about it. All right, forget about it. All right, next game, Family Curse versus Just My Luck. This one right here, Just My Luck already with a 27-point lead with James Cook.
Yeah. Unstoppable. 3 touchdowns. He single-handedly destroyed the Dolphins.
Yeah, thanks. Don't remind me.
He squished the fish.
All right, whatever. All right. He's got Herbert. He actually put Herbert because Love is hurt. Obviously, we talked about that.
Yes.
Rashad White, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. Which Jamar Chase is going to show up this week? We don't know. We know he's the man.
Well, listen, you're playing against KC. For all intents and purposes, it's going to be a high-scoring game, you would think.
Yep. All right, so we'll see what happens.
T. Higgins isn't playing.
That's true, and he's putting George Pickens in with Mr. Fields, so we'll see how that operates. But family curse with Richardson. Kenny Walker's hurt, so he might have to substitute him out if he don't play him. Jalen Warren, DJ Moore, AJ Brown's hurt again.
Listen, he's got tough luck. He lost McCaffrey already, and he's going to probably lose Walker this week.
Yeah. So this one here, I got just my luck winning this game.
Yeah, so do I.
I got just my luck winning this game.
That's 3 games that we're on the same page.
We're gonna do something different here. Here we go. Put me down for Ricky. Let me down winning. You're gonna take Show Me Your Titties. Let's just move on, people.
No.
Show Me Your Titties is gonna have C.J. Stroud, Saquon, Travis Etienne, Kyron Williams, Devontae Adams, Travis Kelce. All right, all pretty nice players out there. Obviously, again, another owner during draft night had 37 first-round picks. Good for him. He traded off his assets last year. He could have made the playoffs, but he traded everyone off, and it paid dividends in for this year. Hopefully, he's one.
We need guys like you.
Yeah, we need
because
guys
otherwise we would never have to change the rules.
That's right. And it got me. I'm putting Jaden Daniels out there. I'm putting the rookie out there against the bum Giants. I'm putting Justice Hill out there for the passes out for Lamar Jackson.
You got nerve to talk about the bum Giants.
Well, listen.
You guys got demolished last night.
Yeah, Brian Robinson, Isaiah Pacheco, Deontay Johnson's the only scary one I have in there. CeeDee Lamb, Trey McBride. I don't know. I got my players, and I'm going to battle against Show Me Your Titties. I got myself winning this game by a landslide.
Good for you. A landslide. Listen, this might be the tight game of the week.
I'm going with me by 1.
I'm going with, unfortunately, I'm going with Show Me Your Titties.
Oh, then you know what I'm going to do right now? All right, the last game on
the docket.
13th Legion versus Devil Dog right here. All right.
Yes. Well, it didn't start off that great for me. 7 points from Dalton Kincaid. They predict him to win, but he started Jeff Wilson.
And the Dolphins defense, they gave him 0 points.
Yeah, unfortunately. I'm really sad. I might have to cry about this, but I'm not. Because you know what? I've been on the bad end of bad luck a lot.
Yes, you have.
Watch this come back and bite me in the ass, but I'm going with me.
I got to go with you 13th. I got you beating him. Devil Dog, Matthew Stafford.
That is 4 games out of 6 that you're siding together.
Well,
siding together.
Listen, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is, but that's what I see. The eye test right now, and that's what I see. Unfortunately, I got you winning with, you had a couple of extra first-round picks. You had a great draft in the first. You had the 3rd and the 4th overall pick. You took Breece Hall and a couple of other guys. And
I'm on around Breece Hall.
Yeah, but you know what? You got lucky with Jordan Mason as well. So you know what? You're paying dividends. You better squeeze all that juice out of that berry right now.
I had a lot of good picks.
Yeah, you did. All right, so that's what we have for our picks of the week for week number 2.
Yes.
So listen, guys. Again, I know we didn't do the You Got segment and our sponsors of a week, but we have a lot to get to. We have 2 leagues to do, and we're gonna do Stars and Cinemas as well. So please be patient with us. However, I think we went over the recap, and you know what? Good luck to all you owners out there 0-1, which is myself and himself. And a couple of other guys and the other guys, and hopefully we come out.
I just don't want to start like last year.
Yeah, it is what it is. But you know what? Even though if I'm 0-5, I'm still gonna fight for it. I'm gonna try to fight for those playoff spots.
Yes, because you're always tenacious.
Always and loquacious. Don't forget. You guys have. Thank you for coming out for the Commissioner's Cove again for the recap of our Veterans of Fan Football Award 2024. Thank you guys for listening. All right, thank you owners for paying attention. Write down anything you want in the comments if you want to leave something and let us know if we stunk up the joint. If you don't like the picks, you know what? Too bad. You guys be safe. You guys have a good night, and we'll see you next week on week number 2's recap. You guys be safe. Bye-bye.